I wrote the song for just women in general.
Just all women?
Dude,
it seemed like it was
like,
one specific woman.
It's like,
does it
gosh,
rhyme with Melina?
Here's the thing.
For months, people have been whispering about trouble between Justin and Hailey Bieber. Now, things just got more intense after something surprising came from Kendall Jenner. What she supposedly said left fans shocked and wondering if this could be the final push toward a breakup. According to people close to the couple, Justin and Hailey haven't been emotionally connected for a while, and the distance between them keeps growing. But did Kendall actually confirm what people have been suspecting all along? That's the question on everyone's mind. If what Kendall said is true, fans who have been rooting for Justin to end things might already be celebrating. It all started when news came out that Kendall was overheard talking about Justin and Hailey at a private event in Hollywood. While there's no recording of the conversation and no official comment from anyone involved, multiple people who attended the event claim they heard her saying things that made it sound like a divorce is very possible. What makes it even more believable is how much this matches what fans have already noticed. Justin and Hailey's public behavior has changed. They used to attend events hand in hand, post about each other often, and share sweet moments online. But now, they're rarely seen together, and when they are, something just seems off. Some say Hailey's rumored pregnancy could be the reason, but those close to the couple say there's more going on. Even when they show up at the same event, they're arriving and leaving separately. One clear example happened in March 2025. Justin showed up alone to a church service while Hailey left through a separate door with friends. Then, in February 2025, fans caught Justin briefly unfollowing Hailey on Instagram. He added her back quickly, but it was already too late. People noticed, and the media picked up the story immediately. That tiny moment only added fuel to all the talk about their relationship falling apart. Their way of speaking about each other has changed too. They used to gush about each other online and in interviews, but that warmth seems to have faded. In an interview from March 2025, Hailey referred to Justin as my child's father instead of calling him her husband. That small change didn't go unnoticed. Fans picked it up instantly and started talking about what it might mean. But what really shocked people was when Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, got involved. In January 2025, he posted on Instagram asking people to pray for Justin and Hailey. That was a big red flag for fans. When a parent publicly steps in and asks for prayers, it usually means something serious is happening behind the scenes. His exact words were, "Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and to draw close to the Lord." That one post had people reading between the lines, thinking this wasn't just some small disagreement. Sources linked to Kendall claimed that she didn't stop at just repeating gossip. She reportedly shared what's actually been tearing Justin and Hailey apart. One big issue: Justin's ongoing struggle with his mental health. According to Kendall, he's been going through a really difficult time emotionally over the past year. That makes sense considering Justin has been open in the past about battling depression and anxiety. It's not a new thing, but it seems like it's getting worse again. Another thing Kendall apparently mentioned was the pressure of living life constantly under public attention.
I'm assuming that one day you're gonna be a dad, right?
Yeah.
So picture this: we got either Justin Jr. sitting on your lap or little Justine sitting on your lap.
Yeah.
When they say, "Dad, what was the best part about your teenage years?" What would you say?
I would say best part of the teenage years.
The comparisons between Hailey and Selena Gomez, Justin's ex, haven't helped either. Even though both women have tried to shut that drama down, people on the internet just won't let it rest. Hailey once said in a 2022 interview that it's all love when asked about Selena, and they even posed for a photo together at a major event. Still, fans keep digging up the past and throwing it in Hailey's face. Kendall is reportedly frustrated that Selena keeps getting pulled into conversations about Justin and Hailey. According to those who heard her speak, Kendall believes the constant hate online has taken a real toll on Hailey's mental health. And honestly, that's not hard to believe. Hailey herself talked about this during a 2022 episode of The Call, her Daddy podcast. She opened up about how hard it's been dealing with nonstop bullying and harsh comments online, especially when people constantly bring up Selena. It's not just harmless gossip anymore, it's clearly affecting her on a deeper level. All of this paints a picture of a couple going through some serious challenges. It's not just about missed events or Instagram slip-ups anymore. The emotional disconnect, mental health struggles, family involvement, and pressure from constant public comparisons seem to be building up. And if what Kendall said is even half true, It might explain why so many fans are convinced Justin and Hailey are closer than ever to calling it quits. Things really started heating up when Kendall allegedly hinted that Justin might still have unresolved feelings for Selena. She didn't come right out and say he's in love with her, but the word is he's never truly moved on. That wouldn't be a total shock, considering how serious things were between Justin and Selena back in the day. And now, with Selena getting engaged to producer Benny Blanco and seeming genuinely happy, it's stirred up even more emotions. Fans have said for years that Justin might still be emotionally tied to Selena, and this only adds fuel to that theory. People often bring up an interview Justin did back in 2020, where he called his relationship with Selena the best part of his younger years. When someone tried to bring it up again, he immediately shut it down, saying that was something he wasn't allowed to talk about. That reaction said a lot clearly. The topic still hits a nerve. And if what Kendall allegedly said is true, then maybe that chapter of his life still weighs heavy on him. Even now. What really shocked people, though, was what Kendall reportedly said about Hailey's pregnancy. The couple announced it in May 2024, and it was supposed to be a joyful time. But according to insiders, Kendall suggested that it might have been more about trying to fix what was already broken. Apparently, there's talk that the baby was a way to bring them back together, a last effort to reconnect and build something stronger. But instead of patching things up, it might have made the situation even more complicated. Kendall supposedly said the pregnancy added even more stress to a relationship already filled with tension, and that actually fits with a lot of behind-the-scenes reports that have been floating around for months. Gossip blogs and anonymous insiders have been dropping hints that Justin and Hailey haven't been living under the same roof since the end of 2024. That's a bold claim. But it keeps popping up again and again, not just from fans, but from people who seem to know what they're talking about. It's not just recent either. Way back in 2018, Wendy Williams questioned the marriage right from the start. She said publicly that she didn't think it would last. The couple had just tied the knot, and Wendy already saw warning signs. Seemed to go back into his old patterns, like how he was allegedly reaching out to Selena right after the wedding. That moment got people thinking that maybe the connection between Justin and Selena wasn't fully broken. Even back then, Wendy didn't stop there. In September 2018, she suggested the whole marriage might have been more about money and fame. She accused Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, of seeing Justin as a way back into the spotlight. She believed Justin was the golden ticket to bringing attention back to the Baldwin name. Then, by March 2019, Wendy got even more direct, saying Hailey should consider leaving the marriage altogether, especially with everything Justin was dealing with mentally, according to Daily Star.
Probably my relationship with my ex-girlfriend.
Oh shit.
That's deep.
That's deep.
That was on the list of
beautiful.
things we're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about it, but I'm just going to say.
Wendy said Hailey was far too young to be handling that kind of pressure. At just 22 years old, she was still figuring life out, and being married to someone with such intense mental health challenges wasn't something most people that age are ready for. Wendy's words stirred up a lot of debate. At the time, especially because she connected Justin's mental health to the possibility of divorce, some thought she crossed a line. But now, with Kendall's alleged comments coming to light, maybe Wendy saw the cracks before most people did. Even though Justin and Hailey have been together for over 5 years longer than many, starting to feel like those early warning signs were pointing to something real. Of course, none of this has been confirmed, so it's all still speculation. On the surface, Kendall has always shown love to both Justin and Hailey. She's never said anything negative about them in public. In January 2025, she was even seen having dinner with Hailey in West Hollywood. They were laughing and hanging out like nothing was wrong. On Instagram, she's kept that same energy. In March 2025, she posted a photo with Hailey, calling her sisters for life. If Kendall truly shared those private details about Justin and Hailey's marriage, it would be a huge betrayal. That kind of honesty, even if it came from a place of concern, could destroy friendships forever. And with how tight this circle is, that fallout could ripple far. Kendall holds a unique spot in this situation, and that means she probably knows more than most people do about what's really happening. Her bond with Hailey goes way back to before the fame really took off. They've been seen at fashion weeks, beach vacations, and always hyping each other up online. Hailey has called Kendall her best friend several times, which shows how deep that relationship is. But here's the twist. BuzzFeed once reported that Justin and Kendall had a casual thing going on about 3 years before he married Hailey. Neither of them has ever publicly addressed it, but it definitely adds another layer to everything. If there really was something between Kendall and Justin before, it gives her a very different perspective on Justin and Hailey's relationship. That past history, even if it was brief, adds tension and makes her insights hit harder. In April 2020, there was a pretty awkward moment that now feels even more important. Justin and Hailey were doing an Instagram live and invited Kendall to join. During the conversation, Justin asked Kendall if she ever imagined them getting married. Her answer, honestly, no. She tried to explain, saying she didn't know, but hoped it would happen because Hailey was her best friend. But that awkward pause, the way she answered fans felt it seemed like even then she wasn't totally convinced it was the perfect match. If all these rumors and reports are true, then maybe Kendall's been seeing the cracks for a long time. And maybe like Wendy Williams years ago, she just didn't believe it would last forever.
Perfect timing.
I know, right?
That was like
'Cause we get
huge.
deep.
Is it on purpose?
Yeah, we're getting deep. Deep.
What was it?
Owning a Ferrari.
No, not that.
Going deeper than that.
Sickest part.
When I was
Fans instantly picked up on the awkwardness during that Instagram live when Kendall admitted she didn't see Justin and Hailey getting married. Hailey didn't exactly hide her reaction. Her face said it all. She looked uncomfortable, maybe even hurt. That small moment gave everyone watching a peek behind the polished image these celebrities usually present. It made people question how real their friendships really are. Was that just a slip? Or was there more truth hiding behind the smiles and designer outfits? Even with that weird exchange, Kendall and Hailey kept up appearances. In January 2025, they were spotted having dinner together in West Hollywood, laughing like everything was fine. That kind of public outing sent a message. Whatever was said, on camera, the friendship was still intact, or at least they wanted it to seem that way. But if there's tension behind closed doors, Kendall is likely caught in the middle of it. Especially with how close she stayed to both of them. This gets even more complicated when you throw in the history involving Selena. For years, the Justin-Hailey-Selena situation has been at the center of gossip headlines. It reached a boiling point in early 2023 when Hailey and Selena were seemingly pitted against each other online, and even though Kendall didn't say anything publicly, her silence didn't go unnoticed. One moment in particular had the internet buzzing: a TikTok from January 2023. In the clip, Hailey, Kendall, and Justine Skye were lip-syncing to a sound that fans believed was aimed at Selena, especially considering the timing. Selena had just been body-shamed, and the video looked like a jab. The backlash came fast. Fans called it mean-spirited, and the video was deleted shortly after, but the damage was already done. Kendall didn't respond. Not then, and not after. She stayed completely quiet about it, choosing not to clear things up or address the rumors. That approach matched her usual style, staying out of her friends' drama in public, which is exactly why her supposed private comments now feel so different. If Kendall really did speak out about Justin and Hailey's marriage behind the scenes, even to friends, that would be a huge shift from how she's always handled things. It leaves people asking, what changed? Why now? What could have pushed her to say something after staying silent for so long? To understand that, you have to go back to the very beginning of Justin and Hailey's relationship. From the start, it's been controversial. Justin proposed to Hailey in July 2018, just a few months after ending things with Selena for good. The timing alone raised eyebrows. Fans wondered if he was really ready or just rushing into something to move on. Their engagement was followed by a courthouse wedding in September 2018, and then a bigger celebration a year later. But even with the grand wedding, people never stopped questioning how stable the relationship really was. Every time Justin and Hailey were seen together or apart, fans were analyzing everything. The way they looked at each other, the captions on their posts, even who liked what on Instagram. It's been non-stop scrutiny. The baby announcement in May 2024 should have been a happy moment, but it only made the gossip louder. Some believed it was a sign they were finally in a good place. Others saw it as a possible band-aid for deeper issues. So when Kendall's alleged confirmation hit the rumor mill, it landed hard. Because this wasn't some anonymous source or tabloid guess, it was someone close. Someone who's been part of the inner circle for years. If she really said something, it could mean all the speculation has been right all along. Kendall has always been close to the Biebers. She's been around for their ups and downs. Her friendship with Hailey goes back years before the fame and pressure. If something serious was happening, she would know. So hearing that she might have privately admitted things aren't going well changes everything. And now that people are catching wind of her alleged comments, the reaction has been intense. Social media exploded, but this time it felt different, bigger. Like the rumors might finally have some weight to them. While fans argued online, most of Justin and Hailey's celebrity friends stayed silent, keeping things professional and safe. Still, a few moves caught attention. The biggest shock? Kylie Jenner, Kendall's own sister, and also a close friend of Hailey's, reportedly unfollowed Kendall on Instagram right after the rumors broke. That small action set off a wave of speculation. Was there tension between the sisters? Did Kylie know something? Fans immediately assumed it was connected to the drama. It might have been nothing. But in Hollywood, unfollowing someone can mean everything. Justin and Hailey haven't said a word publicly, but their social media posts have people reading between the lines. Not long after Kendall's alleged slip, Hailey posted a pregnancy update with a caption about focusing on what matters. Meanwhile, Justin posted a Bible verse that talked about getting through hard times together. For many fans, these weren't random updates, they were seen as subtle ways of responding to the growing rumors. This isn't just internet noise either. If Kendall really did open up about Justin and Hailey's marriage, even in what she thought was a private conversation, it could cost her. In Hollywood, loyalty matters. Talking about your friends behind the scenes, especially when they're going through something, can seriously hurt your reputation. People might start keeping their distance, unsure if their secrets are safe with her. For Kendall, that's a big risk. She's built her image on being chill, unproblematic, and loyal to her tight-knit group. If this situation damages that, it could change how she's seen by other celebrities, brands, and the public. Meanwhile, Selena Gomez is living her own life. She's engaged to Benny Blanco and focused on her music and business ventures. She hasn't said anything about the current drama, and honestly, she doesn't need to. Her name keeps getting dragged back into the mix no matter what she does. Even when she's not involved, the connection to Justin and Hailey's issues.
Him and I started hanging out okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started hooking up or anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never.
Pulls her back into the spotlight again and again. That's the part fans can't seem to let go of. The love triangle, the history, the what-ifs. It's like a never-ending loop that keeps repeating every time something happens in Justin and Hailey's marriage. And this time, with Kendall possibly spilling behind closed doors, that loop just got even louder. Selena's clearly moved on. She's engaged, she's working, and she's trying to live her life without getting dragged back into the mess. But no matter how far she tries to step into her own chapter, people keep pulling her name into Justin and Hailey's drama. It's frustrating for her, no doubt. She's not starting anything. Her past is being used to stir up trouble she's no longer a part of, and now Kendall's rumored comments have added more fuel to a fire that never fully died out. But this goes beyond some random celebrity gossip. What Kendall may have let slip shows just how complicated relationships are. In the celebrity world, especially now with social media being such a huge part of their lives, platforms like Instagram make everything look flawless. Fans see luxury vacations, expensive outfits, and smiling selfies, but that's only the surface. Behind the filters and curated posts, things can be falling apart. And when fans start